Hey everybody, Joys with Sorrow here. Welcome to the Joys with Sorrow channel, um, or the Joys of Aquatics channel, if you are here on that channel. So today is the day that I'm gonna have to put some fish down. So let me show you guys, unfortunately, who's going to have to be put down today. I got a guppy right there, female guppy. As you can see, she not only has swim bladder issues, but she has holes in her body, and it's been over 2 months since I've been trying to medicate, and I have no luck. Her eyes are popping out, and it seems like whatever is inside her bladder could be damaged, and it's getting worse. And then I have one of my female corals, red coral platies here, who had a really bad case of columnaris. And at first, I was actually getting it done, well treated, but I ended up using API fungus cure, and for some reason, it just popped up again. It just completely popped out, made it even worse. Sally is still in the hospital tank, which is my main breeding red wag platy, and so far, I mean, she's not doing that great either, but she's the healthiest of the three. So now, rather than continue to risk her getting infections from these other two, decided to basically put the these fishes down. And I'm gonna try to do it in the most ethical way possible, and that would be the clove oil method, where we're going to put I'm going to put clove oil mixture inside this little container full of water here. Pretty much it will knock them out, put them to sleep, and then I'm going to dump a bunch more of the oil into here and mix it. And according to everything I've read, if in about 10 minutes gills stop moving, they'd be dead. This is not an easy topic for me, and the only reason I'm even considering making this video is just that there are some videos and some information out on fish euthanasia, but there's not that many. So I figured, it sucks, but you gotta save the other fish, and I'm pretty sure other people are going to be in a similar situation, and they don't want to just flush the fish down the toilet or throw it into the sink like some people completely expect you to, or just throw it in the backyard so the animals can get it, that kind of shit. No, we're gonna do this the right way. So here we go. All right, go ahead and open this oil. It's 100% pure clove oil that I'm using. Go ahead and open this up. Okay, looks like it has a bit of a little dropper on the top. I'm going to take a little bit of the water that's already in here, just a little bit, and I'm going to mix about I'll do 5 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost 6 drops. I'm sorry. And then go ahead and mix this up. Now that it's mixed, and now throw it back in here. And gently also mix this, stir it up in here while I do this. Some of it still kind of just wants to cling to the surface. So, does say if for any reason, they don't start going to sleep right away, I can just go ahead and add more drops. So, I do see them slowing down. They are starting to come up for air. guppy seems to, yeah, see the guppy is starting to kind of lose it. Slowing down. Guppy is pretty much caved in, so it's asleep. Gills are still moving, or it's on its way there. Gills are still moving. It's still trying to breathe. It's just my balloon is. She's fighting it, man. It's just fuck, that's just depressing. Just in case, I'm gonna grab a little bit more of the water. Put another 4 drops. Stir it up. Guppy's gills are barely moving. The red corals start to slow down. Okay. She looks lifeless, but gills are still moving. I need to wait for her to slow down before I do the next part. She's pretty much at the same comatose state now as the guppy. So now, now what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to add more drops directly to this and stir at the same time, and then wait 10 minutes. Once I've done that, the gills should not be moving at all, and that will be the end of the euthanasia process. So, go ahead and added about 50 drops. That was the number that a website suggested. And I'm just going to keep stirring this and stirring this. The guppy has already stopped moving its skills. The platy is barely has any movement left in its gills. Again, I just want to be clear that the reason that I am using this method is to provide a humane way to pretty much, end their suffering. Unfortunately, euthanasia with fish, most people don't really care. Most people will just see people throw them away alive. Literally, people throw them away in the trash can, still flipping and flopping around. I've seen people just let them die in a separate container. They will just end up like putting it on like a container like this one, but no heater, no oxygen, no filter running through it, and just let it sit, hoping that it dies the next day. It's you don't have to do that. There's no point in making these animals fucking suffer any more than they have to. It sucks when any animal, especially when it's your favorite animal, ends up getting any type of disease. And I'm not happy about doing this. I'm really not. It's not even about the cost of the fish. I mean, these guys are, $1 something a piece, $2 something a piece. And it's not even the cost of so much the medication. Yes, I have spent a lot of money on medicating these fish in comparison to their value. I've spent at least now about $65 in fish meds to use with them, and none of that's worked. And the reality is I can't really be spending money so much on fish meds when I gotta buy fish food and other aquarium stuff that I need, like the cleaning chemicals and all that. And like I mentioned earlier, Sally is also in the same hospital tank as these guys were. And they've both had continual infections. Sally is the only one that's shown any recovery. So I cannot risk, my best live bearer health to try to continue and save these fish. And I still feel like shit. I still feel like shit, but okay. So alright guys, it's been a few minutes. I'm gonna let this tank sit here for a bit, but I have to say, I think it's done. I think it's done. No movement at all from there's no movement at all from the gills on any of these fish. It's stirring so that because the oil still, parts of the oil still want to glob up at the top. No. Yeah, these guys are gone. No more movement. Okay. So, that's pretty much the process. What do you do from here? Well, really, I'm going to wrap them up in a paper towel once the time has passed, so that I'm absolutely sure that they are, completely dead. And I'm just going to throw them in the trash, I'm not throwing them in there alive. I don't want to bury them. It just doesn't really seem to make much sense, really. Plus, they have diseases, so I don't want to spread those diseases out. I don't know if those diseases can, spread to other types of animals or other organisms, so don't really want to do that. Yeah, so alright guys, thank you for watching. I'm not even going to ask anybody to like this video, really. It's I guess you could say it's informative, but it's not something you should like. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. Have a good one.